I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to have an interview with the fan. He's just set up a YouTube channel. It is linked in the description below, so go and check it out. But I'm going to show you some highlights from our interview now. Let's crack on with it.
This is the fan, and I'm joined by my guy, Bad Boy Beaman. How are you doing, Bad Boy Beaman?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. I hope you're doing well yourself.
I'm well, man. I'm well. I'm just drinking my prime. You know what I mean? Um, Bad Boy, I've wanted to get you on for a long time now. Obviously, you've had one fight in the influencer scene.
Yeah, that's
Can you
right.
tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my vision was always to get involved with the Misfits scene. So I done what I could to get my name out there. And I got asked by a small promotion called SCB at the time, and they asked me to fight. They asked me to headline their event. Now, obviously, it was for smaller creators, so I was sort of, I'm not sure about it. I took the fight in the end because they offered me, to pay me, offered me a little bit of money, said they paid the cost of travel expenses and whatnot. But that all fell through anyway. I didn't actually get paid a penny, but that's besides the point. The guy I shared the ring with was actually meant to be one of Tempo Art's teammates, someone he trains with, who is Ruben Hobbs. That's who I was meant to be
Okay.
fighting. He had
Yeah.
medical issues, so I ended up coming up against a guy called JST. Very humble, nice guy. And to be honest, I was a little bit gutted that I had to share the ring with him because he was just such a nice guy. He was on almost like a weight loss journey. So played a little bit of pitter patter through the early rounds. And then in the third round, thought, right, this is it. I'm going for the knockout and put him asleep.
Technically, maybe better than Beaman, but see, just trading with him, Beaman's always going to get in the
Maybe
heavy
not even
shots.
technically, just fitter than him. Oh!
And that's it. And that's it.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching your fight. I've been there from the beginning, but it's interesting because you mentioned one of Tempo Art's sparring partners. Now we're not gonna go to Ruben, we're gonna go to Gary Olive, right? There's been a bit of back and forth on Twitter. Okay, like come on, bro. You guys just need to get a room, man,
There's certain things going on in the background I can't disclose at the moment.
Yeah,
When them things happen, it'll all make sense. Me and Gary have buried the hatchet. We're on speaking terms now. Everything's civil.
yeah.
We're not friends, but we're civil. We did have a back and forth. It didn't start off with anything like that. I called out Tempo Arts for a fight. He replied saying I'm not going to fight you. Basically ducked. Well, in my opinion, he ducked me. Gary doesn't seem to think so. But he basically ducked me based on experience because a lot of people are saying you've had 50 plus amateur fights and so on. So obviously Tempo had his reasons to not fight me at that time. But I called him out on it, but then that sort of died down. I offered my sparring services to Tempo Arts in his build up to the fight against Chase Moore for the heavyweight title. And I obviously spoke directly to Gary about that. Gary accepted. And then about 9 hours later, message back saying, sorry, I forgot I was going to France on Friday, so not going to be able to do it. I think it was actually you in a Twitter space who asked me what went on or if I actually managed to spar Tempo. And it felt like a bit shady. I've explained to Gary why I felt like it was a bit shady. It was because his reason didn't
Yeah.
meet the criteria of the original message. So he understands why I had my little view on that now. But that just sent a whole thing spiraling out of control with me and Gary. And in the end, I'm posting pictures of him. I reacted to a video of him on my boxing channel, Bad Boy Boxing. Don't forget to subscribe. And
Not subscribe.
no,
My guy.
so after I reacted to his video, I thought that was just absolute banter, bit hilarious. But Gary ended up sending me a little message, a little bit of a threat, and then which wasn't related to boxing. And
Yeah.
then obviously he started sharing images of me being knocked out in a fight that I had about 11 or 12 years ago. I can't remember. By the way, I got back up off that knockdown after about 6 seconds. The ref did call the fight, but I still got back up, and that's what truly counts. But no, me and Gary have sorted it all. We've had our back and forth. To be honest, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and I thought that it was just banter until I got that message off Gary. So we've buried the hatchet now, anyway. And moving forward, I've put my sparring services back on the table for Gary. For Tempo Arts, if Gary needs anybody to come down and cause Tempo a little bit of problem in sparring.
Speak about the whole, oh, he's had 50 amateur fights. Now, from what I've heard, is that you've had a 10-year break. Okay, so what can you tell us about your amateur experience? Is it really 50 amateur fights? Like, what's the deal
No,
with that?
no. So my amateur experience, right? Brace yourself, right? I
Yeah,
have got zero amateur experience, right? I've never boxed in
right.
the amateurs whatsoever, not even as a schoolboy, not as an adult, never had any amateur experience. I've had some white collar boxing experience. It was more unlicensed boxing rather than like, when you see the white collar shows where they wear head guards and
Mm,
16-ounce gloves. It wasn't any of that. I was fighting pro rules, 10-ounce gloves, no head guards, and majority of my fights were 3-minute rounds. I didn't have 55 or 54 fights, as I said. I was just trying to intimidate JST in the build up to
yeah,
the fight. Couldn't tell you how many I did have, but I know that I lost quite a fair amount of them. I won quite a
yeah,
few of them by knockout. But the white collar business is shady as hell. If you can sell 100 tickets, you're getting the win every time. If you can't sell many tickets, you're not getting the win. If you're getting paid to come down to a different area to fight, you're not getting the win. So I don't really class that as any sort of level of experience for me. I
yeah,
dabbled in it for a bit. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, made a little bit of money out of it, but nothing major, enough to go out on a night out and party with the money after a fight. But that was about it. I was about 19 years old at the time. Between 19 and 20, I took a couple of white collar fights. But yeah, since then, I've not really done anything. I've still used the boxing gym for a way to, just sort of de-stress and maybe,
yeah,
get a bit of weight off. But I've
yeah,
not really been learning much in the process until like the last year. Since I took that fight against JST, that's when I really started putting the work in. So my
yeah.
experience isn't as great as what other people may think.
Title fight between Chase Damore and Tempo Arts. Now, a lot of people felt as if Chase Damore was robbed, including Chase himself, right? I personally feel like it was 3 rounds to one in Chase's favor. Now, what did you make of that fight?
I feel like you're trying to get me and Gary to go, toe to toe here.
100%.
Let's go, Gary. No, on a serious note, I feel Chase won that fight, and bear in mind, in the build up to that fight, I'm backing Tempo Art. I want Tempo Arts to win. I'd
Yeah,
had a little bit of banter, a little bit of a back and forth with Chase Damore online. So like I'm thinking Tempo's probably one of the biggest threats in the heavyweight division at the
yeah,
moment. So in my mind, I'm thinking there's no way Chase Damore beats him. I'm watching that fight. I'm rooting for Tempo Arts. And after I think it was the first round for me where I think they both sort of wobbled each other, and I was just like, wow, Chase has got some power in these shots.
yeah,
And then from then on, I'm talking to my boxing coach on the phone, like voice notes back and forth with my coach, and my coach is saying, "Hey, Chase is winning this," and I said, "I think he is, yeah." And
yeah,
then right at the end, I was like, I can't believe he won. Like I was like, how the hell has Chase Damore just beat Tempo Arts?
yeah.
And then Tempo got his arm raised, and I was like, what? I was really shocked at the decision, man.
Talk to me about the main event, Jarvis versus B Dave. Now, B Dave is actually
I like B
I'm
Dave.
I'm surprised because I thought like a lot of people would have him like there's no way he can win, but there's a few people that are actually going for B Dave.
So obviously, if you look at like Jarvis and where he's training and stuff, he's training with Mayweather. He's training in the Mayweather gym. At least some of his footage is recorded there. I mean, you can't trust that guy. This guy's a cheater. He was cheating in Fortnite. He got well and truly exposed. He cried to all of his fans, Jarvis, you're nothing but a name-button cheater. I hate people like you, and I hope B Dave absolutely destroys you. So I'm rooting for B Dave just because Jarvis is a hacker.
What are you saying, Bad Boy? Bad Boy versus Jarvis, yeah?
I mean, listen, I will never, ever be able to get down to that weight. But if it was to happen, if he could come up to heavyweight, I'd splat him in round one. No
Hey
aimbot
man.
needed.
So for the people that maybe don't know about this, Bad Boy has been looking for a fight. He's called out everyone, man. Everyone. Now, Bad Boy, talk to us through the people that you've called out because I see it every single day on Twitter. You're calling out this person's uncle, this person's dad. Like, when are you gonna get a fight, bro? When are you gonna get a fight? Bad Boy, imagine we get a Misfits card in Liverpool, headlined by Darren Till versus Anthony Taylor. On the co-main, we have Bad Boy Beaman. Who would you rather? Who is the person you want to fight, right? Like, forget if they've declined the offer. Who is that one person you want? That
um,
number one. Make this a call out because I need views actually. So make this.
Yeah.
So
So I think if that was to happen and we were able to get a co-main event, I think the fight to make, I'm at the moment, this moment in time, I'll say Tempo Arts. The reason for that is because he holds the title at this moment. Whether that's still the case at the time, I don't know. But I think a fight between me and Tempo Arts would be a great fight. Both big punches, and you know, we've both got similar physiques as well and similar
yeah.
styles. So I would definitely fight Tempo Arts, I think, over anybody else at the moment. And if he declined, then I would go for Chase the More.
Right. So Bad Boy, if you had one message for Tempo, let's just say he's watching this. Floor is yours, my guy.
Don't hurt me. I'm joking. So I'd say this. Listen, Tempo, you're not going to make it past round one. I've already told you, coach, I'm going to leave a path of destruction on the way to you. And when that time comes, you're going to go in
Let's
an ambulance
go.
as well.
Hey, well, you already know, my guy.
Hey!
Well, Bad Boy, it's been a
Do you want to put my
pleasure.
boxing gloves on and do some fucking shadow boxing?
Bro, let's see it, my guy. Let's see. You got a jab. Let's see your jab.
You want to see me jab?
Yeah, let's go.
It's that fast, the camera can't even pick it
Bro,
up.
that's
man.
what I'm saying.
It's hard
Bro, I
sitting
learned
down
from
throwing
KSI. I
punches.
learned from KSI. 100%.
If you guys did enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel. Also, one last reminder to go and check out the fans YouTube channel. It is linked in the description below, so go and check that out. The guy has a massive influence in the boxing space. Guys, you will be seeing me in the Misfits scene very soon. So guys, subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button on your way out, give the video a share. Until next time, see you later. Boosh!